Hi guys, today I have a comparison for you, a comparison of three products, three long-wearing foundations that I own. My all-time favorite, Revlon Colorstay, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and my MAC Pro LongWear. Okay, so what's the difference between these three? Okay, first, coverage. Revlon Colorstay has a medium coverage. Double Wear has a little bit more coverage than Colorstay. And MAC has light coverage. I don't find it medium coverage at all. I find it light coverage. For a problem skin that has a lot of spots and discoloration, blotchiness, I don't recommend the MAC Pro Longwear on itself because it's not gonna cover. But okay, so let's go with Colorstay. Colorstay, how do I apply it? The way I apply this one is I apply a tiny amount, like a very light layer of this all over, and then I go over those spots with the Colorstay itself, or I do use some other concealers. I use the MAC Pro Longwear in NC20 or the Superstay by Maybelline in cream. These are two that I go over on my imperfections after that light layer of Colorstay. That way I cover the most of my imperfections with this, and then I just go over the concealer on those tough spots that are hard to cover. And that's it. Because to me, what I'm looking for when I do my makeup is to use the least amount of product possible to achieve flawless skin. But using the least amount, the least required. So that's why I do first the foundation and then the concealer. Okay, and I got the Estee Lauder Double Wear because I heard it had more coverage than Revlon Colorstay. And I was like, wow, so it's gonna be long lasting. I'm not gonna need like a lot of concealer, blah blah blah. All right, let's go do this. And I got it. I put the MAC pump on it because it fits and because it's more sanitary and you use less product. Okay, this did not work as I wished. I find myself using this and then trying to cover, this spot here and spot that with the concealer, or even with a little bit more on those areas with the same foundation, and that I couldn't achieve that. What happened was that I applied a little bit more on that spot, and happened the same way as if you took a polished nail, dry and finished polished nail with nail polish on it, and then you put a drop of fresh polish on top and let it sit for a few seconds, and then wipe it off. What do you have? You remove the first layer. So that's what happened with this. I wasn't able to go over with a little bit and then blend with my F80 the way I do it. If you haven't seen don't watch this video if you have perfect skin. Go see it. That's the method I use to use, the least amount of product and get a flawless face with almost no product at all. So, yeah, I couldn't use it that way, the same as Colorstay. And one day I dared to do it, and I applied 2 layers of this. Way too cakey looking, and it didn't feel heavy though, because this has the quality of and the characteristic that it doesn't feel like anything on your skin. It's awesome. You just apply it and you don't feel like you have anything on, and I like it. It's Colorstay feels more heavier, but this looks way cakier than 2 layers of Colorstay. So that's weird. I don't know why is that. Maybe it's more because it's a little bit more pigmented. It has more pigment in it. I don't know, but that's how it worked. In MAC Pro Longwear, I could have applied 4 gazillion layers of these. I think I applied 3 layers and didn't cover what I wanted. And I didn't use the method of, you know, put a little bit of this and then applying my concealer because it was way too orange. This is NC20 and I have yellow undertones and it was too peachy. That's the word. It's too peachy. I just can't stand it. It doesn't oxidize. None of these oxidize like with my oily skin. They don't. But definitely this was peachy from the beginning, and I didn't like it because it just didn't match very well. You know, the level of intensity, the depth of the color, it was just fine. It was perfect for my skin, but not the tone, the undertone. So I regret getting this or not returning this. That's what I regret. Okay, so for these two, okay, I love these two together. Now I'm wearing a drop of these with a drop of this, and I mix it in a little plate, and then I stipple it on, or I use my regular foundation brush. I find it not as, you know, you can blend it very, very nicely, especially this with their old school foundation brush. So I really like this. I don't like stippling it on with a 187 kind of brush. I don't like it. I like it better with a more dense brush. And what I do is I just apply it on the center of my face, and then I start pulling it outwards and blending very well on this area. It's nice. And you're asking, why do you look so pale? I am pale. Everybody's like, oh my god, you look so pale. I am. My hands though are much darker than the rest of my skin. I'm gonna prove it to you. My shoulder, my freckly shoulder is much lighter than my arms. I travel by car a lot, like a lot, and that's why my arms and my hands get so dark, and I don't have the good habit of wearing sunscreen on my hands and arms. I should, but I don't, and I'm gonna start doing it because I don't want to get freckly hands anytime soon. I don't have any freckles right now, but I don't want to get any freckles anytime soon, as I said. Okay, so back to the foundation. I found that mixing 2 drops, one of each, I get the quality of all the three last a long time on your skin. If you're oily, Revlon Colorstay gets you about 8 hours without breaking out. Your oil breaking down the foundation. That's what I meant. And also the Estee Lauder, this really lasts a long time, like maybe 10 hours without breaking down. And this one too, it's like around 8-12 hours the most, or maybe during the winter it's gonna be longer, I don't know. But yeah, long wearing for all those. So I wanted to get the long wearing of these. I wanted the more coverage of the Estee Lauder, and I wanted the quality or the characteristic of me being able to blend some other product on top. So that's why I mixed them, and it came out really nicely. I stippled it in the center of my face, as I said, and then apply it on the little areas that I need more coverage. For my under eye, I'm using the Pro LongWear NC20. I love it. It doesn't crease at all. This is my favorite under eye concealer ever. And for pimples, I swear by Superstay Concealer in Cream. So that's my overview on these 3. Oh, how do you set them? When I have like a problem with my blemishes or something, or discoloration more than blemishes, because I don't get any acne anymore, thank God, I just go over, if I apply my foundation and then my concealer and then there's something else like picking out, I use my Studio Fix. And yeah, it's heavy, but I don't apply it with a sponge. I apply it with a loose fluffy brush, and I swirl it on the that area, like within that I need extra coverage, and that does the trick. Not to use it all over, but use it just in that area, and then I set with high definition powder by ELF or my MAC Prep and Prime, and that gives him a long lasting and finish, and a flawless finish to my entire face and makeup. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.